It's time for park updates, and I think we may have gotten the biggest clue yet that Verbolten Forbidden Turn isn't opening when everyone expected. Welcome back to Eddytainment. My name's Eddy, and today we're back at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and we have some updates. There's a lot going on around the park. We got events coming in the near future, as well as some new shows. There's a lot going on around the park, things popping up and new establishments that we want to check out and we haven't yet. And of course, we'll end it by making our way over to Verbolten. I got some things to discuss with you guys. We had some anticipated potential opening dates, and now things have shifted a bit, and I got some things to share. Let's make our way. And we hop into our first update. We got some past member perks. Make sure to go ahead and grab these. We got obviously your food and wine stuff that you could take advantage of, your discounts and whatnot, but there is one special one. It's a Verbolten quick queue. I believe it's good for June 6th, which may be an indicator of what we're gonna be talking about a little bit later when we get to Verbolten to check out the construction update. But yeah, make sure to grab your past perks. That's one that you don't wanna miss. Once that ride comes out, it's gonna be super popular, and that one quick queue will guarantee that you get on the ride at least one time without having to wait too much. And as we continue our way through the park, a quick update to the crowd levels. The crowds have arrived. I know that it's also food and wine and we have the concerts, but we were here last Sunday and it was a crowded day. I think it's just the summer crowds and people are happy to be back at the park. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is knocking it out of the park, pun intended, with everything that they're doing. And they got more coming for the summer that we'll be talking about. And as we cross into Ireland, we pay respects to the beautiful water features here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I forgot to mention there is another pass perk over at the Emerald Isle store where you can get yourself an extra pin of what they gave us earlier this year for the anniversary of Ireland. And check out these little guys, the newest and cutest little additions to the park. We have Barley and Hop. So I was told, I think Barley is the one with the black dot on the face, so I think that is Barley. And then Hops, oh no wait. No, the one inside the cage has the dot on his face. So Barley and Hops, like beer.
I'm so jealous that you get to be like in the They look adorable.
I've never seen him play with the ball. It's okay. Listen, 100% it was the effort that counted. It's a memory I'll remember forever. 3 bubbles came out. And we're making our way through. We're at the back of the park now, enjoying a little food and wine. But I just wanted to point out this little popcorn stand over here in the back next to Alpengeist did get a nice refresh. We got some new paint. We still got the skier stuck at the top, but now it's all set up and reopened. It was closed for a little bit, but it's back. And check this out. This is a little bit random, but Stanley's. I know that there's like a huge fandom with these mugs and travel cups. And check it out, Busch Gardens actually has some now. And these are actually Busch Gardens branded, which is very cool. My wife has a bunch of these and I'm not a huge fan of this cup, but the fact that it's Busch Gardens branded almost makes me want it, but they're a little bit expensive. It's $54.99, which isn't a bad price for a Stanley. And you do get $2.49 refill deal with them, which is pretty good, but I do have the free refills for the whole year cup. So, but you got some options as far as colors. You got your green, your gray, and it looks like a navy. I think I like the navy one most. Nice cool contrast with like kind of like that clay color. And we're making our way into the Festhaus now. There's a new little nugget in the inside when you're making your way in. Also, the Food and Wine Festival is still going on, ending next month on the 21st. Make sure to make your way over to the park. The park is definitely seeing bigger crowds, but this is an event you won't want to miss. And Festhaus already offers a lot. We got a beer garden in the back. We got the that's not Oompa Loompa, but the Oompa band that plays and other bands that play here throughout the season. But you'll probably remember there was a little booth here before that was selling just beer, but now they have coffee. They've extended it. We're gonna go ahead and grab a coffee and see what it's like, and maybe enjoy a show. Dum dum. here we are. Let's say it's Costa Coffee. You got some iced beverages, some hot beverages, even some frozen blended beverages. That sounds like what I'm gonna get because it is a bit of a hot day. But if you're looking at some beer, you have some options there as well. Your typical. But let's try ourselves a frozen iced coffee. So typically not my choice, and I almost regretted it almost immediately because it's a little bit too sweet. I'm a black coffee type of guy, but we ended up getting I think it was the white chocolate mocha frappuccino. It's pretty good. It tastes delicious. It's just a little overly sweet for me, but I think for anybody who drinks frappuccinos, this is definitely a good drink for you. And now we've made it over to the Madam of the Evening, Verbolten. All right, so we actually have some workers down in the track. It looks like they're working on the sign. Not sure exactly what they're doing, but you can see that speakers have been added, so there'll obviously be some type of audio effect there. We saw recently the new teaser that came out, and we did think that there was going to be an announcement to come with that teaser, but now we have some thoughts on what the opening day may be now. In addition to those speakers, the track seems to go pretty far left. It actually goes a good amount behind the sign. That's probably for a part of the illusion. Somebody had commented that it'd be cool if the actual sign moved. I'm not sure if that's possible with the arrow that the gnome is holding, but the sign itself does look like it's a fixed sign. And very cool, they've added all new signage. You got the loose article sign over here that is nice and themed. Looks like a piece of wood. Very cool. With Verbolten Forbidden Turn. Even it looks like the lockers. No, that's not the lockers. That's for the seat. But very cool. And let's see. All right. So if you actually look over, the screens have been put in place. No more holes in the wall. I hadn't noticed that, so that's a cool little update. We're getting close, guys, and I have some thoughts on when this ride will be opening. And I also did notice something big is missing, which is the actual Verbolten sign. And I think that's because this right here is gonna be the new replacement for Verbolten sign. It was kind of crazy. I was walking away, I happened to notice that there was something missing. And yep, Verbolten sign is officially gone. Verbolten Forbidden Turn soon. Now we're looking forward to seeing Frau Hexo, but as I looked over from an angle, still nothing going on in her window. So I think they must be testing her off-site. She was in the recent teaser, which maybe we'll lay over here so you guys can see it. She looks amazing, but she's not in the queue just yet. Now, we sit down so that we could talk about our thoughts about the Verbolten opening. So originally, I thought this coming weekend, Memorial Day weekend on Friday, would be the grand opening of Verbolten Forbidden Turn. And unfortunately, that is not the case. Now it is way too close. They had teased that there was going to be some announcement this week, and it ended up just being a further teaser of what's going on inside of the building, which I'm happy with. It looks amazing inside of there. But it does look like that means that Verbolten is going to be opening a bit later. I think June is now the more likely opening. I think if I look at my calendar, June 5th is probably the closest reasonable date for the ride to reopen. Let's see. Right now we're on the 16th of May. Yeah, June 5th. So looking back at the history of previous announcements here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, most of the rides were announced about 3 weeks before the grand opening. So who knows, but I'm going with June 5th for the grand opening of Verbolten Forbidden Turn. And our next update brings us to the Roman Rapids. They have reopened. As people load up, it doesn't look like the ride's too packed. It does have a little bit of a line, but the summer is officially here when all the water rides have opened. Cutest is open, Pompeii is open, and now we've got the Roman Rapids open. And if you haven't had a chance to ride the Roman Rapids, I would definitely recommend riding it this year. May not be true, but there's a rumor out there that the Roman Rapids may be closing. A great ride, cool little family ride, nice way to cool down. You do get wet, And depending on where you sit, you could get very wet or not so wet. But a great ride during the summer heat. And that's going to do it from us here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. We got some updates going on around the park. That new coffee spot, I'm going to come back and try out just a black coffee like I typically would. I got adventurous today and it was delicious, just a little bit sweet. If you like those sweet fraps, it's definitely for you. But I'll try out their black coffee and give you guys our feedback on Instagram or one of our social medias. Make sure to follow us on there. I hope you guys had fun coming along. The Roman Rapids are here and they're back open, maybe for the last year. Verbolten, the opening is just around the corner. I don't know when exactly, but hopefully very soon. Let us know down in the comments what you think is going to be the opening day of Verbolten and whether or not you'll be joining us for the opening day. Guys, thank you so much for coming along. I think I'm going to get myself a ride on Roman Rapids. We will see you on the next one. But up till then, don't forget to ask yourself, have you been edutained? Let me go get that ride.